Welcome back to Peril Pending, where today we're talking about the Bullion boy. I am sorry, I said I wouldn't, and yet here we are again, falling down the Farage fissure. If you're unfamiliar with the story, strap on a medium-strength seatbelt, and if you are, well, you'll have to suffer along with me as we talk about today's story from the Financial Times by Elizabeth Bratton and Rachel Rees, titled Nigel Farage's Pay for Gold Dealer Doubles to £222,500 an hour. Let's get into it. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage has declared his biggest single payment as an MP, receiving £270,000 for promoting a gold bullion dealer, double his fee from 2025. He did declare it, and this is within the rules. But I have a lot of points to make that I'll get to at the end of the article. Farage was paid the money for 12 hours of work as a brand ambassador for Direct Bullion, according to the Register of Interests, published on Tuesday. The latest payment is equivalent to an hourly rate of £22,500 an hour, double what the gold dealer paid him in October of 2025. Just to put that into a bit of perspective, an hourly rate of £22,500. That's already crazy based off of what the average is for the UK, but just going off of what an MP salary is, that's 98,000 rounded down, £98,000 annually. And for a standard 37.5 hour working week, you're looking at £47.12 an hour, which again is insane compared to what the average UK citizen gets. But compare that to this. The average MP hourly rate, £47.12 an hour. This gold bullion deal for Farage, £22,500 an hour. And this guy is saying he's the hero. This is the party for the working class. The article continues. His sizable income from outside politics has led opponents to challenge his image as a representative of left-behind voters. Labour chair Anna Churley MP said the payment showed Farage clearly has the Midas touch when it comes to lining his pockets instead of doing his job. Farage has declared more than $2 million in earnings since his election as an MP in July of 2024. His other declared interests include social media work for X, Google and Meta, earnings from video platform Cameo, and speaking engagements for groups linked to the US anti-abortion movement. A video we did cover in a previous video, a topic that we covered in a previous video. Among current MPs, and this is where it gets interesting, his outside earnings put him second only to the former Tory Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who earned $2.4 million since July 2024 from work including advisory roles at Goldman Sachs, Microsoft and Anthropic. Remember that? Rishi Sunak? The Prime Minister who was richer than the King. But remember, apparently Farage and his party are the party of the working class. Now, the reason that I wanted to talk about this, it's not because I think that, there's anything nefarious going on here. He did declare it, which is absolutely fine. My problem is that, this is legal under the current rules. And personally, I think they should be scrapped. So, unless you're like a doctor, a nurse, a paramedic, someone contributing to society, I don't think you should be able to have a second job or make earnings outside of your role as an MP. £98,000 annually is incredible. That's about 3 times the UK average wage. If you can't survive on that, you are economically illiterate and you shouldn't be in government in the first place. But the main reason I wanted to talk about this was to raise 2 questions that hopefully you can answer for me in the comments down below. Which number 1 is, well, who is Farage really going to be working for? If his MP salary is if his MP salary is £47.12 an hour, and the salary he makes just for this gold bullion deal, not to mention everything else he's getting from, like I said, Cameo and especially that 5 million bung, £22,500 an hour, who do you think he's going to write legislation for? Who do you think he's going to have at the forefront of his mind when a policy comes in to help improve workers' rights, but hey, it's going to cost employers because they're going to have to improve safety facilities, or they're going to have to increase breaks, so now their output's less. Who do you think he's going to side with? The workers that are paying him the $98,000, or the employers that are paying him? It was just $2 million there, $2 million since July. And my next point, I've kind of already raised a few times here, is he's this rich, and he's this money hungry. Does he understand what the struggles are for the working class? I don't think he does. I don't think he ever has. He positions himself as being this, Jack the lad. I'm in the pub having cigarettes and pints. But really, we know where he drinks. He drinks in places that his supporters would never get into. And if they did, they'd have to remortgage their house for a pint of bitter. But once again, maybe I'm just being a lunatic. I reported on Farage so much recently, it is driving me insane. So please, let me know in the comments down below what you think. And until next time, let's hope I can make it one day without being tortured by something that Nigel Farage is doing.